Hello everybody, and this is Andrew, and welcome back to the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. After a few weeks of rest, I'm playing back the Great Ace Attorney 2 Resolve. We're finishing this game. Oops, okay. Oops, I must have misclicked just. Okay, so anyways. It's been a long time, so I actually need a rest on my throat for a while. But now everything's good. So as you can see, I really know what's the title below. So, without further ado, next adventure, first case of this is the adventure of the blossoming attorney. Let's see what other shenanigans we're gonna see. But without further ado, let's start the case. Okay, where are we now?
Standing here in the bright sunshine, looking out over the vast ocean. Those days in London seem like a dream. But I do miss my time in England's vast capital.
Yep.
You know, he's flourished into a truly wonderful lawyer.
He is.
I've no doubt that at this very moment, he's fighting some noble cause in court.
In any case, himself, because thanks to Holmes' shenanigans.
Forgive me for taking so long to come to visit you. My life has been such a whirlwind since I returned. And no one could have predicted what has happened. Just 2 months after arriving home.
I find myself faced with another awful crime. Wait, there's no voice in that? Wait. I find myself another... Wait. Are you being suspected?
So I came here today to ask something of you. Tomorrow, I shall be standing in court. For the only time in my life.
Are you gonna get suspected again?
As a lawyer.
Wait, are you gonna do Naruto style from the first case? Oh, it's Oh,
so
damn.
please, I ask for your guidance. Kazuma-sama.
Damn! Miss Jezaille Brett's dead! Anyways, episode 1. The Adventure of the Blossoming Attorney. My god, that's... Wow, that I did not even see that thing coming. Wow, that's a horrible, but the last one was... I don't even hear the voice at all, but... Okay, anyways... Without further ado, 13 August, 8:26 a.m., Supreme Court of Judication, Defendant Antechamber Number 3. Here I am, after 9 months, the Supreme Court of Judication of Japan. I feel so nervous, but I must steal my nerves and find a way to compose myself. Oh, good, you're here. It does do for a lawyer to be late. Oh, yes, good morning, sir. I mean, yeah. I hardly recognize you. You cut a fine figure, counsel. Or you look as white as sheep. And those white eyes aren't doing you any favors either. Are you following Naruto Rotor by chance? Oh dear. The truth is, I'm so incredibly nervous. I feel utterly not safe. I almost wish I had never been born. Goodness! Not the sort of things a father hopes to hear from his daughter, I must say. Yuji Mikoto, professor of medicine professor of medicine at the Imperial University. A man who earlier in his life traveled to Great Britain to study the latest advance in forensic medicine science. And of course, my brilliant friend. Excuse me. Would it be correct thing to think that you might be my lawyer in this spot today? Yes. That's right, miss. Well, I want to thank you for agreeing to represent me. I swear my life is a complete application, the whole thing. Rei Remember me? Rei Membami, born at the same year as my greatest friend. So unsure for a woman at our time, she works at the University Research Laboratory helping my father. And sadly, she is the defendant in today's trial, accused of committing a truly awful murder. Are you feeling alright? Since we started talking, you see, well, to have become a little frustrated. Just that you look so gallant and dashing. Oh God. Nani? And when I fall in under your intense gaze, it makes me feel rather. Oh no! She swings her. Goodness, I don't think she knows. She hasn't realized who I am. It seems our little plan for this job is going to work. Oh, what? What do you mean? Dad, don't! If even your best friend can't see through this, I think we can relax. These guys? Oh shit. Yes, I never tried saying this way before, of course, so I wasn't sure how convincing it would be. But it does make me feel a little relieved as you say, Father. Father? Uh-oh. What? Is that you, Susato? I'm so sorry I didn't say something sooner, right? You just said, no! What are you doing? What's going on? What? The varsity uniform, the varsity cap, the varsity cape, the varsity badge. Look at you! You look, for all of the world, just like a student imperial, you may be a male student. Oh, she's disgusting. I'm so glad you think so. It means all my preparation have been worked well. Oh, before this morning to make a start. Okay, I think when we go out in court, I have to voice as a guy. Try to voice as a male's voice in this all my original voice, so I just don't want to strain myself. But I don't understand. Why are you dressed like that? Well, you see, it was the only way she would be permitted into the Supreme Court to take on your defense in this trial. I guess that female attorney aren't allowed until a couple years, many years later. My defense. Never before in my life I have felt so frustrated at having been born into this body. Courts in Japan are barred to women. Yeah, that's gotta suck. We're not even allowed to set foot inside the courtroom, despite the fact that the laws of the land apply to all people, male and female alike. But women are forbidden. Just for today, I'll be leaving my true self at the courtroom so that I can act as your lawyer. Oh, Susato, you go to such length for me. Of course, you're my greatest friend, and could you move back a bit? What? 2 steps forward, 3 steps back. Thank you very much. I just worry that I shan't be the lawyer you deserve. Oh no, I have complete faith in you, Rei. It's so strange though. I mean, you're such an accomplished... you're such an accomplished judicial assistant already. And yet just because you're a woman... What a wrenching reason! I mean, why shouldn't you allow you court? You're so gallant and dashing. Yep. She's having the Yuri moment. Rei, please don't look at me like that with those flushed cheeks and dotting eyes. Could you move back or... Oh, I'm sorry. You really do look so dashing. Yes, you mentioned that once or twice, I think. You should be pleased. It means you look convincing as a man. I am pleased. Not, I think. It certainly helped me to bolster my confidence today. Great. You're managing to put on a brave face of all this, but I can see through it. I notice how your shoulders are slumped and how you are trembling even so slightly. Susato, you do believe me, don't you? I didn't do it, but I couldn't have. I mean, murder. Of course. You have nothing to worry about. Your conscience is perfectly clean. Isn't that right? Yes. Yes, it is. Pretty clean. I have absolutely no doubt in my mind about your innocence, which is why I stand by you until the bitter end in this trial. Whatever happens, I'll always be on your side. Because that's what it means to be a defense lawyer. That's what I learned from Naruhodo too. It means so much to me, Susato. Defendant, counsel! Court is about to begin. Proceed to courtroom at once. You should go in and watch, right? You're very late. The judge won't hesitate to pronounce you guilty. Oh, stand aside. What? I don't think I ever seen her run so fast. Well, Susato, you certainly surprised your father. Even that moment. I don't swing that way, Dad! Going to such length to be admitted into the courtroom and with no prior experience of being a lawyer. There was simply no other way. That's all there is to it. Oh, Father, you haven't told her, haven't you? Have you? I mean, I'm right in assuming that Rei doesn't know how he came to this. Yes, quite right. I kept the information from her. It would only worry her if she found out that no other lawyer would agree to take the case. I didn't want to bother her, and it's true. The reason why every other lawyer is refusing to take the case is it really because who the victim was? We should be making a move now too. As you know, law isn't my field, but I do what I can to support my student. Thank you, Father. I'm Susato Mikotowa, a Judica's assistant. 8 months ago, I accompanied a student of law on a study trip to Great Britain. But 2 months ago, due to unforeseen circumstances, I found myself back in Japan. How many times I wished that he were here, I wonder. Still, I have no choice now but to steer myself for the trial ahead. Wish me luck, Naruhodo-san. 13 August, 9 a.m. Supreme Court of Judicial Courtroom. Oh no, not you. Oh wait, he's a tutorial guy, but why am I not surprised that Aochi is back? I mean, yeah, he's the tutorial guy. Tutorial guy. I heard that, you ass! Anyways, well, we're back to the Orient. To the Japanese judge. Okay. This court is now in section 2. Hear the trial, remember. The prosecution is fully ready to proceed, Your Excellency. Yes, I'm back. What are you doing? Defense counsel, are you ready? Yes, Your Excellency, we are ready. Ready. Yes, counsel. According to your registration details, your name is Ryutaro Naruhodo. Is that correct? Sorry? Sorry? Oh, yes, I have to come up with Oh yes, I have to come up with a suitable name for you for this little budget. Do you say something? No. Just a bit more sound. So I'm afraid to say I simply put down the first name that springs into mind. Well, counsel. Yes, that's right. That's me. I mean, yes, I am Ryutaro, he who followed from the upholder part of the Great Naruto clan. It seems Ryutaro will need to consider how better to uphold his manly attitude first and not overdoing it. I mean, you've been training a lot for that, even the Pokemon. And those wide eyes aren't doing you any favors either. Just relax. Well, that's what my Naruto would. That's what Ryunosuke would do that.
A fresh face in the cardboard, if I'm not mistaken. But the name Naruto would not by chance be.
You may be taking out Ryunosuke Naruto currently with the Esmano study. This is
His cousin!
Oh, that's right. Your daughter here has been studying the province of what was called to the capital to try. I assure you, in the matter of law, his knowledge rivals that of all Tokyo's preemptive lawyers.
Any of them? Yes. What a little situation. Yes. Having been rejected by every lawyer in the capital, the accused has to call in a country boy. How dare you! Susato is every bit of gallant dashing. Uh-oh. Wait. How dare you! Susato is every bit as gallant and dashing as any of your Tokyo attorneys. Don't reveal it! Hello? I won't make you fun of her. Shit. Please be careful, Rei. Otherwise, she's going to be the not beautiful Rei. Please don't say that. What a refined tomboy we have here. I wonder, is your gallant dashing lawyer up to the chance of defending you? He's black. Skin, as I very much seductive, he's not. I'm so nervous. Now I'm standing in shoes. I'm starting to understand what all this goes through. I should have never had a question about his bulging eyes that when we first went to England. Like their own eyes are wont to flip. Looking around like.
Anyways, the case is to be heard. On this day is a matter of great significance of our nation's national interest. In fact, it would be reasonable to assume that the outcome of this trial may well affect the very future of our empire.
Just like the trial now, Mr. Little. And yet, for the proceedings of such importance, we have this. And now you'll cover the dark. Dear me.
Perhaps this will be an appropriate moment for me to assert the defense. To determine whether you are sufficiently competent to practice in this courtroom. Tutorial time!
9 months ago, when certain other Naruto stood where you are standing now, this same judge tested him as well. And even though he was just a student at the time, not even a law, he passed the test with flying colors. For the trainer experienced judicial assistant like you, this will be easy.
So, counsel, will you consent to answering some simple questions?
Alright, it's time to prove myself. Yes, Your Excellency, but please make them simple. Even though I know you're not.
Very well, to start with, you will state the name of the victim.
That is simple, I could forgive if I try. Oh shit.
What's the matter?
Now that I'm standing in his shoes, I'm starting to understand something else Naruto's go through. Like it or not, minds won't to blank. Shoot.
It's not surprising, really. It's your first time in the position and in the guise. Even a bright spot like you is found to figure and flutter the lowest under the circumstances. Ha ha ha.
Oh dear, this is a dismissal fail. Chill.
Don't fear. You need only to use knowledge you gain as a judicial assistant to overcome your problem. Of course, the court records. Yes, the answer would be among all the key information about the case in the court records. That's right, just use E to open the court records. Then you need to blah blah blah. Yeah, I think I know this also. And don't take too long on it. His Excellency is watching you closely. Alright, check the court records with E. That's what the information will be. Okay, there we go. Victim Jezaille Brett, female British. Time of death 11 August around 2 p.m. A certain by examination and witness statement. Cause of death, single sleep stab wound from behind, piercing a lung and resulting in failure. Hemorrhage. That would have occurred within minutes. Note: extreme Moyer's pupil construction was observed in the victim's inward eyes. She's dead. Rei Membami, my best friend who worked as an assistant of my father in his laboratory at the Imperial University. She's a different case. The lead prosecution of this case will appear to be struggling to accept the change of foot as a result. Yeah, this guy is still a jack. Our word in counsel. What is the name of the victim in this case? Jezaille Brett, I'm not gonna be an actor. Yes, to what? Not you too. Yes, the name of the victim who lost her life in this case is Miss Jezaille Brett. Jezaille Brett. Jezaille Brett. A name that will never to be forgotten in the courtrooms of all countries, I'm sure. Correct. And being the member of our empire's judiciary, you will be aware of the significance of the name. So, let me pose now a simple question. As you know, Miss Brett was a British student of the Empire in Great Britain. Why then is her name indelibly associated with our own empire's judicial history? Honestly, you won't have forgotten that case of 9 months ago. It is proving hard to recall the find quite heavily unique records. Obviously, I still remember. Oh yeah, that was the start of everything. Jezaille Brett. Behind the woman student's persona was a face of a killer.
Yes!
Will you stop saying yes to it? You might get someone guilty for saying yes. Yes. 9 months ago, a visiting professor of medicine at the Imperial University was killed. And the culprit was Jezaille Brett. Yes, she was a killer. At that time, our country had just signed a new treaty with the Empire of Great Britain. And it was in the midst of this delicate diplomatic situation that the incident occurred. Namely, Dr. John H. Wilson. You know what? I'm going to call him Dr. John H. Watson for now, because I can't even possess on Wilson. Was shot dead. I believe he was associated with your specific. Yes, I was indebted to that man. He's been my mentor when I went to London to study forensic medicine. Indeed, it was I who invited him to Japan as a visiting professor at the university. Naturally, the murder of an Englishman on our soil was a matter the government wished to resolve that. Indeed it was, which is why a secret trial was conducted here at the Supreme Court. A student of the Imperial University was arrested on suspicion of murder. A second-year English language student by the name of Yunosuke Naruto. With the help of his best friend, a student lawyer, the accused conducted his own defense and exposed the despicable crime committed by Miss Jezaille Brett. Who I believe I know that Ouchie got his hair cut. Hey, stop it! Miss Brett eventually admitted her crime. However, when questioned about the motive that drove her to take Dr. Wilson's life, she gave no satisfactory answer before the trial reaches its conclusion.
Immediately after the trial, the British government brought its consular jurisdiction into play. We were unable to sentence Miss Brett according to our empire's law. It was decided that she would be removed to Shanghai, China instead. Why Shanghai?
There's a British consulate court there. Correct. I also saw the negotiation person. The date of her transfer to Shanghai was finally settled upon only last week. All that remained of our employer's obligation was to see the woman safely on board a steamship.
And yet, the very day before the departure, the English woman was killed.
Only the day before? That will do. I'm satisfied with the counsel for the defense is sufficiently capable of representing the defense.
Oh.
Thank you, Your Excellency. Over the first order, yes. Now, a summary of the incident, if you please. Prosecutor Archie.
That is your wish, Your Excellency. The repugnant crime took place on 11 August in the broad daylight. On the outskirts of the imperial capital, under the bright blue sky at a secluded bathing spot by the sea. The incident occurred at a small beach hut, eradicated for bathers to rest or change their clothes. The cause of death was a single stab wound to the posterior abdomen to pierce the victim's lung, an injury which proved fatal. There were two persons alone together at the beach hut at the time of the victim's death. Miss Brett, in her bathing attire, and the accused Rei Membami. Although we do not know why she still wears the same dress in court here, but accordingly, there can be no doubt that the accused is guilty, especially when we consider she has a powerful motive. The police arrived rapidly at the scene and promptly arrested the young lady.
Yes. Well, that extraordinary description of the events leave me somewhat lost for words, I must say.
That's certainly true. The prosecution's summary was full of words that would raise an awful lot of questions. As a lawyer, I really ought to pick up the prosecution's counsel on what he says about. Let's see. Well, there's all of it, so let's try to ask all of it. A being spot first. If I may, Prosecutor Archie. What you want, fresh-faced young Yoga student? I wonder, could you explain please? You mentioned a bathing spot. Ha! My apologies. Clearly my modernity has confused the poor country's bumpkin simple mind. Bathing spots are the very latest trend in health practice for the West. We are told that bathing in the water of the ocean is curative, topical, and excellent for the skins. No, that's not what I meant. I was referring to the fact that Miss Brett had, to all intent and purpose, been found guilty of the murder. Why would a known criminal have been relaxing by the sea? For all time's sake, I believe. Sorry? Miss Brett was to depart for Shanghai the following day. Her final wish, as it were, was to enjoy a day out at our country's wonderful coast. And the British Embassy put extreme pressure on our government to comply. But what on grounds would we agree to such a request?
Because, as usual, our government is unable to stand up to the foreign power. I'm sorry. In the matter of diplomacy, it seems we don't even have the courage to decline the whims of unknown criminal.
Don't look at me like that, Professor. It was the government who granted the permission, not I. I mean, I defended. I was over here 9 months ago, and you know what? Moving on. In any case, it was decided that with a dedicated detective on the duty, nothing could go wrong. But in fact, the murder took place. Don't look at me! It was the youngest who did it, not I. No one has proven that yet. I wouldn't provoke the man if you don't need to. At this stage, I need to get... Okay. Let's try to ask being alone together. Remember Misan? Yes, what is this? No, Hodo-san. I'm really starting to wish we made my alias without Susato. Please tell the court why exactly you were present at the meeting spot with the victim in the first place, and why you were alone with her. Oh well, no, that's not true. I wasn't like that at all. There were other people present. A detective who was guarding Miss Brett for starters. I was just asked to accompany Miss Brett as a companion, that's all. But let us be clear. At the moment of death, you were alone together with the victim in the hut. You and no one else. The truth is, there is only one reason why this young woman accompanied Miss Brett on her bathings. Wait, there's a spot or bathing sojourn? I think spot. It was accused last chance to take the victim's life. Yeah. No. Because as we know, the following day would see Miss Brett extradited to the British authorities in Shanghai. And the accused would never had an opportunity to dispatch her again. Can't it refrain from conjecture, counsel? The prosecution's counsel seems to enjoy using provocation tricks like that. But for now, at least, we need to assemble more facts. Try not to let him go to you. Oh dear, this is really terrifying. My father's right. We need more information. Okay. A powerful motive. You clearly exaggerated. Powerful motive is a blatant overstatement. Is that Yoka boy who using long words he doesn't fully understand? I beg your pardon? No matter. Let us pray the case, shall we? Membami-san, you are the research assistant at the Imperial University. University, affiliate? Yes, I am. I'm working with Professor Mikatoma in laboratory at the moment. I can confirm that. The defendant is an excellent assistant with a strong sense of responsibility. Fascinating to hear. Now, another question. Prior to your work with Professor Toba, whose research were you assisting then? Oh, I was studying under John H. Watson? Dr. Watson? The visiting English professor who was murdered by Miss Brett 9 months ago? The accused had a deep-seated respect for her former mentor, Dr. Watson. Is that not true? Yes, Dr. Watson was one man. Interesting. And tell the court what deep-seated feelings you had towards the English woman who killed him. Obviously I was filled with hatred for what she'd done. Awful hatred. Oh no, Rei, be careful what you say. The motive was revenge. Plain and simple, Your Excellency. I believe we all have a clear picture of the incident. Despite her guilt being determined 9 months ago, Miss Brett managed to avoid incarceration instead continuing her research work at the university. Obviously, over the period, she and Rei would have encountered each other on a number of occasions. Seeing the murder of the mentor whom she had such great respect enjoying such undeserved liability. Yes, even if it was only temporary until Miss Brett's extradition into Shanghai, you can hardly blame Rei for her feelings of anger and resentment. Poor Rei. So, Your Excellency, if you be so kind to produce this exhibit, a photograph print that shows the scene of the crime immediately following the green incident. Yes.
Yes, the girl caused a tragic image.
As you can see, there's no way within the heart that anyone could have hit it.
The court will accept this photograph print as evidence.
Okay,
Crime scene photograph. A photographic print of the scene taken by police just after the incident occurred. A stab wound in the victim's back is clearly visible.
that's
As I understand it then, the victim and the defendant were alone inside the beach hut at the time. This is deeply troubling, I must say. The finger on the guilt points firmly at the defendant.
well, Your Excellency. Naturally, the prosecution has much more in case. We intended to prove the accused and failing actions beyond all possible contention to the end. I can confirm that we have multiple witnesses into the crime and damning evidence. Oh, god damn it.
Witnesses? But who?
One of whom, my add, is a highly respected police detective. I assure you, the testimony of the witnesses will leave no room for doubt.
Very well, counsel. Bring forth your witnesses.
I, Takatsuji Aochi, have been waiting for this moment. Sorry? Oh yes, I haven't forgotten that 12 months ago here in this very courthouse, where the irrelevant little student boy utterly humiliated me. We are escaping now, hold on. What? Yes? This insult to the Aochi family name will never be forgotten.
You will become conceited with age, counsel, but we all have to stand aside and remember for the new. It's the way of the world. May you never forget that. Now I slice your head off. I mean your hair.
No! No, my hair. Strike the head of the samurai whose top knot had been cut, and the bell of cultural enlightenment toys. Yes, on the favorite day, my former self died. The son of your own mini Meiji revolution. Are you modernizing as well, Council? Shut up! Silence! Since I swore way back then, there would be a minor miracle on top of my head. Observe the outy growth. You see the seed of hope sprouting forth from the dawn expanse on my crown. I think that tiny ground is trying to tell me something. I'm afraid I can't really see. Where is the book exactly? I say silence! I'm talking here! I place another yoka's little mouth. Well, I will vanquish you! And my victory will be fertilizer for the seed of hope atop my head. You have been warned. With that, the prosecution calls the witness to stand.
It looks like the stakes are high on both sides in this trial. The prosecution and defendants each had much to lose. Wait, I thought it's moving. A haircut is hardly compared to Rei's life. Oh god, no, not you two guys again! Oh wait, Susaki's back again?
Witness, please state your name and occupation from the court.
Just give me a second. Okay, sorry about it, guys. It was a little bit stressful. So, anyways, Chief Inspector Satoru Hosonaga, Imperial Police Bureau. I'm in disguise officer, so I can go undetected. Alright, this guy is back again. And I am, well, the next big thing in the books. And all the way now throughout the capital. In fact, yes! Soon to be so, the soldiers I am cat is essentially by Soseki Natsumi. Who the fuck are you? Hello? Who is this guy behind you? Oh my goodness! Struggling student from the province, please, you need it to be all of me. I need it? It's only natural that you feel nervous in my presence. For all of you, please relax. Call me Soseki even. Yes? What the on earth is Soseki doing here? Tread carefully, Susato. Your top fellow knows you from your time in London, doesn't he? If he exposes you for who you really are, this will be over before it begins. Yes, of course, I know. I presume Soseki won't have forgotten about me. I would certainly never forget him. Although he does seem to have changed somewhat in the 6 months or so that have been since I last saw him. And as for Inspector Hosonaga, that amazing outfit is hard to believe. Am I seeing a turtle on top of his head? Do I have something on my face? Well, your glasses for one, although they don't seem to be helping you see. Thank goodness he hasn't recognized me yet. I suppose it's this guy, is it? I thought that appearing here in the clothes I was wearing at the time would make for more faithful and testimony. It is my guiding principle to carry out all testimonies flawless. Well, I can appreciate why an Imperial Police Bureau detective might have been present. But what does it mean a writer such as yourself have been at the scene, Soseki-san? Well, you see, I have been asked today to give a lecture. On the morning of the incident, Imperial Yume University Grand Lecture Hall known as at Yume University. After the lecture, I had a very pleasant conversation with a researcher from the medical science department. The professor over there, in fact. With Professor Mikotoba? Yes, that's right. It was arranged by one of the newspapers. They wanted some story on about 2 former students who studied in Great Britain. Of course, being a renowned author, the press never leave me alone. Yes, the guy behind me, basically, the sickly spy, snapshot, cerebral stories, and scope privacy, like the guy behind me. Yes. Kita again. Huh? As you can see, the conversation was written up in this newspaper here. With your leisure, my provincial struggler student friend, I have plenty copies. Thank you very much. He practiced through with that paper to me. Sexy and awesome has. Anyway, following my interview with the professor, the lady in question appeared and made a very unexpected announcement. I should like to go to Ebon to see your country's cause. Those were her last words. As I explained before, Miss Brett was never taken into custody. She continued to work in my laboratory under strict surveillance and of course. And with urgence, the university immediately contacted the government to seek guidance. And the response was, remain Miss Brett to go along as long as the detective accompanies her. And don't go killing people. The detective I am liberty to divulge was me, Chief Inspector Satoru Hosonaga. Thereby the entire party departed accordingly for the seaside, it seemed. It was extremely challenging to clear all other members of the public from the vicinity of the beach. Unfortunately, I am in physical fitness at the moment, so I was able to carry out my duty flawlessly. Oh my, Inspector, do you have something on your face now? How unsightly, I do apologize. Does that mean you went to the beach too, Father? No. Fortunately, I have work to finish. Unfortunately, of course, it means that as my assistant, Rei was invited to take my place. Of course, being a renowned author, I didn't like to decline the invitation. But in my head, I had never seen that offer sign. Just rags, by remorse, and regretful. Oh, yes. Who is this guy behind you? Bailiff, somebody please drag that guy out of here. Very well, I must now ask you to present your formal testimony to the court. You will give an account of all that you witnessed on your important excursion to the coast. Of course, Your Excellency. Relentlessly racked by remorse and regret, I am. Well, I think it's still a bit. Let's move on. On the day of the incident, I was ordered a special surveillance assigned in the disguise. I just managed to catch that crab when I suddenly heard a caterwaul from behind me. I went to the beach hut at once, where I found a pair in question. Yes, that young girl was astray with the English woman dagger in hand as she stabbed wildly. I saw blood on the blade. It proves to me that she stabbed the victim multiple times. Indeed, it appears that the testimony of both witnesses here present saw at the very moment of this heinous crime. What? Now, if you will recall, I promise evidence as well. What phrase are you using it? Yes, that. I said, damn it, evidence. What do you have here, counsel? A so-called fountain pen? Correct, Your Excellency. I found it at the scene while examining the body. It appears that in her dying moments, with a final ounce of strength, the victim clutched the piece of evidence that would possibly identify her killer. What? Your Excellency, if you will cast your eyes over the photographic bin at the crime scene once more. Goodness me. Yes, the victim grasping something quite deliberately in her hand. That's right, the fountain pen. And if you will kindly examine the pen, Your Excellency. The owner initial has been engraved in the important barrel. R.M. Remember, the initial redefended. No, ow! If this fountain pen will admit the immediate as critical evidence. Boy, we're going to get screwed up. So, have I omitted anything? Besides the testimony and damning evidence. There's a bright blue sky outside the court today. Perfect weather at the sky, I feel. I don't understand. Prosecution guilty of 9 months ago is none of this man's voice. Counsel of the defense, you may begin your cross-examination now. Now hold on. Now hold on. That means... Oh yes, me. Is there another Naruto in my courtroom? Actually, there isn't even a single Naruto in your courtroom. Cousin Naruto, pull yourself together, please. Alright, I seem countless time as a judicial assistant. Find inconsistency in the witness testimony to prove that they are lying somehow. That's all there is to it. That's how a real lawyer would handle a cross examination. So let's see what I can do. Alright, we have the first one. Okay, now before we get to that, let's check the evidence first before I do anything. Wait, say that to me, so. But before, What is this thing here? Crack. Crime scene photo. Okay, I can't check, so... But I think I see something. On the day I was ordered a specialist guide. Wait, just now he said he got stabbed a lot of time, but... Dagger? I thought it's pen, but I think maybe it's still fun. Multiple times? Hold on. Wait, I want to try to save first before I just jump the gun. Before I jump the gun. Okay. Let's try the...
Objection!
Well, I got it right. Checks with the accusatory cry that erupted up from deep inside me. I think I finally understand. Every time Kazuma-san and Naoto-san have stood here at this bench, the stakes have been very, very high indeed. What's the meaning of menacing pose, counsel? I'd like the witness to clarify something for me. Wait, how? Not you, Soseki-san, and not that tabloid person who's behind you. This query is directed at Inspector Hosonaga. At me? In your statement just now, you said that the victim was stabbed multiple times. Yes, that's right. As I said, when I entered the hut, the defender was already standing over the victim, bloody knife in hand, like a murderous demon. And yet, that cannot be. What? Get to the point, please, counsel. In the post-mortem report, it still stated that the victim was stabbed one time only. In other words, Inspector Hosanaga's testimony is clearly flawed. And Soseki-san, me? You claim to have seen Membami-san in those thoughts of stabbing the victim. Wow, what's with the music? Oriental style, wow. What's with the Oriental sound? Yes, I did. Wildly. But both you and the inspector confirmed the same point, that there were already blood on the knife that you saw the defender holding. Yes, and? It's quite simple. We know the murder weapon has used to stab the victim only once. Therefore, there is no way there could have been blood on the knife if that single stabbing hadn't already occurred. True. Then what exactly is your content, counsel? Are you even going to tell us? Yes, Your Excellency. There's only one logical conclusion. What Soseki-san in fact saw was not the moment that the defender stabbed in the victim at all, but the moment that the defender in fact withdrew the blade from the victim's body. That can't be! Exactly. Excellent work, sister. You exploded them with an objection and then proceeded to pull them apart simultaneously. Even though you should have voiced the guy's voice, but oh well. I don't think anyone's gonna bear.
Objection!
No.
Well, it takes me back. Yes, I seem to remember your cousin stages seem much like this in the trial I went to the hut with the child with a heartbeat objection. I think this English joke.
You're right. There were certain similarities. Except that so-called half-witted child managed to outwit the prosecution who has only half a head of hair.
Slander, my head's quite adequate dress. In any case, all this sort of stabbing with joy in multiple wounds, it makes not a jot of difference. But why not? Engage your brain, young man. When the accused first plunged the deadly weapon into the victim, there was a fatal blow. And it was that moment just as she had withdrew the blade, ready for her next strike, that witnesses saw. The knife is already tainted with blood because the accused has already stabbed the victim. Aoi has actually shown with your little display is that the mustache after is prone to moments of the is prone to moments of extravagance. Oh.
I am in agreement with the prosecution. If the defendant was seen wielding the blade at all, that is sufficient ground for action to be wielded with suspicion.
But if she was dreaming the blade, then we are back to where we started. Sorry? Consider this, young yoka boy. If the student girl is innocent as you claim, then why would she have pulled the blade from the victim and with the demon called Blood's compassion too? The prosecution demands an explanation, and it had to be good. Better be good. Why did Rei put on the knife?
Ah, yes. Going for the jugular.
What does father mean by that?
Not the god, your answer, kind of counsel.
The truth is, I don't really know. But I have to come up with a plausible reason here, or we won't have a case. In any case, pick shit up. The reason why the defendant pulled the knife blade out of the victim's body, well, surely so she could. Stab her again. Die! Hide the knife now to save her life. According to the postmortem report, the victim's death was not instant. That's correct. It's though she would have remained considered for a short while after sustaining the injury. Indeed, giving her time to take hold of this piece of evidence that clearly indicates the killer. Behind this, even medical research assistant Membami's son was compelled to act when faced with the wounded victim. Instinctively, she pulled the blade out in an attempt to save Miss Brett's life. Did you hear that, Your Excellency? It would seem that this is the best we can expect for this young girl.
Indeed.
Is this just me, or does this suddenly feels much colder here? Oh shit.
Your Excellency, if I may, speak with us.
I would like another opportunity to testify. In respect to the slipshod assertion that's put forward by the local defense counsel, I mean, slipshod? An excellent idea, Inspector. Our young girl hopefully has a modicum of knowledge when it comes to law, it seems. But in matters of medicine, he appears to possess not one iota of common sense.
Very well, Inspector. I will permit your request. You will testify again before this court on the subject of the defense counsel's assertion.
Yes, sir. I do so flawlessly. Was it this time? Let's see.
Oh, oops, sorry.
Forensic medical. Pulling the blade from the wood without thinking could cause a heavy bleeding. That's basic knowledge of any medical research assertion with an ounce of sense ought to know. In other words, there's no good reason why the defendant would have tried to pull the knife from the victim. Let us forget that the young student didn't have a motive for killing the victim. The man the victim murdered 9 months ago, Dr. Walton was defendant highly respected man. Is that what you say is true, Inspector? Could pulling a knife from a wound really cause a wound to bleed heavily? Yes. Think of the weapon itself as a stopper in the wound that prevents excessive blood flow. Until the doctor is ready to provide proper treatment, that stopper shouldn't be used. Oh, I see. That's just why your fish should stay on the farm. Oh my god, I mean, never mind, nothing. Even a quack from some obscure mountain village would have such basic knowledge. Anyone who ever gives someone a little poke with a knife and pull it out again knows it. Well, I never stabbed anyone's UC or pulled a bait out of one, so...
Of course you haven't. I didn't bring you up to behave like a bandit.
Father, is that true? Why did it tell me?
Yes, it's basic medical knowledge of medics. Rei would have been well aware of it. If she were to claim ignorance for such fundamentals, that would prove fatal in many ways.
But then, why would Rei have done it? Would she have pulled out the knife in full knowledge that it would be fatal for Miss Brett?
I don't know.
They never once mentioned anything about the knife to me. It seems almost impossible to believe, but could my friend actually have?
Susato, yes. Pull yourself together. We mustn't lose sight of why we're here. Ah. Counsel, it is time for your cross-examination.
Oh, yes, Your Excellency.
However, I must warn you that if your cross-examination fails to identify any issues with the established facts, I'll be moving to my adjudication immediately afterwards.
Understand. Believing in your clients and fighting for their cause until the bitter end. I knew it would be hard, but I have no idea it would be this hard.
Yeah, it is, so good luck with it. Putting a blade from the wound. Replacing knowledge with analytical. Oops. I keep pressing that. In other words, there's no good reason why the feather would have tried to pull the knife from it. Yeah, I don't have any way to check. If I can check the pen, maybe I can see what is it doing. Okay, oops, no sorry. This is hopeless. I can't find a single crack in this test of my head. We Rei knew that withdrawing the man's knife from the wound would threaten Miss Brett's life. I just couldn't think of any way to explain why she did it. Susato,
I thought like this was especially important to remember the fundamentals. The fundamentals?
Evidence is what counts in court, isn't it?
Of course, but I've been through the court record dozens of times already.
Yeah, I also tried that. I think perhaps you're forgetting something too. You need to take the evidence as further. You can and must examine it in greater detail too. I realize this is your first time playing the role of lawyer in the courtroom, but if you need to remind me of the rudimentals, you only need to ask. I do my very best to help.
Examine the evidence.
Alright, it's an idea certainly. What should I do? Well, this may help.
Yes, Father.
Spotting guidance is one. It might be overthinking it slightly, but very well. So open the top tracker first of all with E. Now let's take a look at the font and which submitted. Yeah, this one. Simply press space to examine it for this. Yes, the initial I and M, they're engraved in the barrel. By using these controls, you can look at the piece of this. You can shoot. You can have a good look at everything to make sure that you haven't missed anything. Yes, I will. Just need to rotate it. There's some sort of emblem here, look. But it isn't a Yumi University one. It must belong to someone other organization, I suppose. A business of some kind. But that would seem like that the pen doesn't in fact belong to Rei. Okay. I think I can try to check. Can we open this pen? Take off the pen lid. I think a appear to be others are. It's not leaping up. All you can see the initial, so. Okay, let's check it. Ah, finally. This newspaper was just key. There seems to be an important article on the back page as well. Exclusive, deadly poison stolen from Humane Research Lab. From Humane's medical research. Father, is that in your lab? What the? Let me see that. The poison has been stolen. It's the morning papers that Susato-san gave us. Recently, you did know, as an embarrassing as embarrassing as that is for the head of the laboratory, I did not hear such thing. Where on earth would the reporter have gleaned this information? Come to think of it, there was no article mentioning this story was on our paper this morning, was there? It's highly toxic. Poison we'll be working on strictest confidence. I put Rei in charge of the project. Rei? She was managing it? And what's written here is true. It means that she's trying to hide the tap from me. And moreover, the details were leaked soon. I don't read it. You need to read the article very carefully. Yeah, but hey, I see Aochi's the one having the... Well, Roche's interview didn't tell all. This is interview where you and Susato-san, is it, father? The last letter it was quite an exchange. Yes, he became a little over-animated when he was talking about his time in England. The photographer managed to capture the moment. His hand karate chopped me on the neck. I hope you weren't hurt. Maybe it's this one? Wait. I'm trying to save first, wait. Save first?
Objection!
Yeah, that's not... Yeah, that's a test. Yeah, I think this one I'm having... I'll just try out before I press and see.
Objection!
There we go. Yeah, that was a... No, there's this one possibility. On the very good reason why the defender might have decided to drop the knife from the victim wound. What? Ha! Ayoka, not only are the poor guys of the life, but he's also a poor loser. What possibility do you think you've identified? It's here. In the newspaper article, an article about deadly poison having been stolen from the laboratory at the Yumi University.
Objection!
The victim perished from a stab wound. Poison has no relevance in this case. But,
Oh, Susato Archie, you will let the defense speak.
a newspaper article, the court cannot rely on the kind of hardship those wretched publications carry.
Counsel for the defense. I am going to need some tangible basis for your claim. You will indicate precisely what part of the newspaper article mentioned the affairs of your son.
Your Excellency, yes, of course.
Thank you.
We would never have done something of further enrich Miss Brett's life without just a cause.
The reason why the defendant pulled out the knife from the victim's body explained in the article where it says, I think it's the deadly of the tiny quantity. The article revealed that the following property about the poison in question, where the toxic enters the body on a knife laced with a poison, it's rapidly absorbed and causes death in minutes. Are you suggesting? If the knife used to attack this bird was laced with this very poison, it would explain why the defendant, Rei Membami, would have withdrawn the blade as soon as possible. Yes, the truth is, there was an intent to stop a poison from entering the victim's body. What?
Objection!
It's complete and utter nonsense.
Not at all. The defendant withdrew the ice blade from the victim's body not to accelerate the woman's demise, but to save her life, and prosecution cannot deny the possibility. After you now read the postmortem report, the cause of death was hemorrhage. Blood poison appears nowhere in the document. Well, that's because by acting quickly to remove the blade, the defendant prevents the poison from taking.
Attention!
Oh please, this is the explanation. The reason of the last breaking of the will. Poison has nothing whatsoever to do with this, as I believe the defendant is well aware. We have no proof that the information was on this wretched newspaper article is that reliable anyway. In that situation, what the student should have done is wait for medical assistance to arrive. Instead, Brooklyn suspected poisoning and took the potential lethal decision to remove the blade. He must have a strong reason for suspicion then, or the argument makes no sense. Exactly. Well, but Inspector, on what ground is she? Coco? Ah, shoot. Why did Rei suspect the stolen poison was involved? If you want grounds, I'll give you grounds. What? You can't possibly.
Romeo's special call, so I will use the rules on my arguments. Naturally, as you stand in the court as a lawyer, you must be aware that rules are not empty or not on no matter of our ordered duty justice system. The court demands evidence. Yes, Your Excellency. I'm aware of that. I'm seized many times for my place beside at the full bail. In your case, counsel, you will present the proof of the court now. What evidence demonstrates the full link between the case and the person?
Take that!
I will ask the court refers to the notes section of the postmortem report which reads, extremely Neo's pupil constriction was observed in the victim. Clearly, being a newcomer with no knowledge of forensic science, I have no idea, so please do tell me. Presumably, the fact that this condition of the victim is not in the postmortem mean that it is unusual symptom of death.
Well,
under normal circumstances, the pupil dilate when someone dies. If there was extremely constricted instead, that most of the unusual.
what are you doing, New Yorker detective? Don't say it! Now you are on my side.
In the newspaper article, there's a following information about the stolen poison. Onset the symptoms occurs in a minute, ending with accurate contradiction of the pupils prior to the death.
What?
If the defendant, upon seeing the victim stabbed in the back, happens to notice that the pupils of Miss Brett's eyes are constricted severe, yes, as the medical research assistant, she will have to suspect the poison immediately, without doubt. Prosecutor Archie, I think you will agree. This is a very compelling evidence.
You can stand in your camp, Professor, and Detective A.
I believe the defense has expertly demonstrated a credible reason for the defendant's actions.
No.
Review Mikotoba. Yes, Your Excellency. I believe you are best placed here to confirm or deny the veracity of the defense counsel argument. You will tell the court the truth about the details reported in this newspaper, please. It pains me to have to admit it, but I'm afraid I don't know. You don't know? The toxin were kept under lock and key in my laboratory, certainly, but I wasn't aware of any theft. Do you mean to tell the court that the reports of this theft are unfounded? No, Your Excellency, before returning to the laboratory to investigate myself, I couldn't say.
Listen to the bumbling academic. Unaware that theft of the secret state research of his own workplace until he read of the newspaper,
I'll take full responsibility for incompetence of my supervisor.
A pitiful situation for the university professor. You should have more control over your students rather than allow them for killing spree. Ow! That's a total compound. Ow! Oh, Membami. Rei? None of this is Professor Mikotoba's fault. It's all my fault. Rei. Membami-san, you stand accused here. All boasts like that would not be tolerated. But it was me. I was the one who noticed that the poison we were developing had been stolen that day. But so you knew. I've been placed in charge of overseeing the project. It was the day that the professor and Susato were agreeing together for the mission. That's when I noticed some of the poison was missing. Just a tiny amount it was.
Why didn't you let me know immediately?
I was scared. The whole project was supposed to be confidential, but some of the toxin had somehow been taken. So I decided to try to get it back before anyone else found out. Because I had a very good idea who the thief was.
The thief?
You don't mean... Yes, of course. It was a dainty English woman.
Miss Jezaille Brett?
That's why I decided to join a little group of people going to the seaside. Instead, inside the beach hut, I confronted Miss Brett. But she just sat on the stool there at the back of the hut, smiling sweetly at me as she knew she was untouchable. I know it was you who stole the poison. Well now, whatever do you mean? And then, she suddenly got her feet before falling to her knees in front of me and then she collapsed on the floor. That's when I saw the knife in her back. I couldn't understand what had happened, what had just happened. And then, a moment later, I seized the with fear. The pupils of her eyes they shrunk to tiny pinpoints.
I don't believe it. In other words, you realized that the victim was suffering from the effect of the stolen poison.
My mind started racing. I hadn't seen anything past Miss Brett's lips once I'd been with her, which left only one possible way for the poison to have entered her body. On the blade of the knife in her back.
And that train of thought is what spurred you to withdraw the blade.
Yes, if the amount that had entered her bloodstream was small enough, she might still have a chance. That's why I hope. Really, I'm so sorry for things I felt at the time.
Your attempt to hide the truth of what happened is not something that we can be overlooked. However, I can duly note the courage with which you have confessed in the end.
Thank you, Your Excellency. It's barely perceptible, but I do think the balance has shifted a little here in this
Objection!
No, you don't. Your Excellency did not be deceived. The victim had just collapsed before your eyes, you say? Well, remember, Miss Sun, if that is the case, perhaps you could explain how Miss Brett came to be stabbed. Well, you have no answer because the simple truth is that you stabbed the victim motivated by revenge.
Objection!
But you have no conclusive evidence to prove that assertion, do you? Oh, I have evidence, and it's very much conclusive.
What's the prosecution counsel up to?
It was just a pity he's hesitated for moments here. I'm not sure of it.
You will both use the affirmative evidence and what's prosecute object.
Perhaps some praise is due young student. What? Sorry. I have imagined there will be no need for me to submit this evidence. But you brought it on yourself. What the? Could be a more damning shot exists. The quality of the air in the beach is almost popular. This evidence, more than anyone other, reveals the truth of extent of the accused's murderous nature, or it shows the precise and Membami some plunge a dagger into the victim's back. No, that's not true, no. I don't believe it. Ouch.
Order! Counsel the defense. What do you responsible for the shoe scream that just pierced my courtroom?
Perhaps his voice is just a break. This yoga is slow on mind and slow. These yogurts are slow on mind and slow to mature.
I'll show you who's slow and mature, you ass. Careful now, Susato-san is starting to show her face here. It is often said that a picture is worth 1,000 words. Here we have ample proof. The court will accept this extremely pungent photographic print as evidence.
I can't believe how he had a photograph like that after his sleep in the entire time. It's such a stuck image, I'm genuinely lost for words. Wait a minute, I don't understand. How did you... I mean, who took that photograph?
Objection!
That's not important to see. Stop trying to divert attention.
Objection!
That's an absurd thing to say. It's crucially important. Whoever took this photograph print was a witness to a misplaced death. The court must be allowed to hear this person's testimony.
I will uphold the defense demands. The prosecution will reveal the identity of the person responsible for taking this photograph at once.
Shit. Well, I'm afraid I can't do that. Pardon? You see, this print arrived at the Imperial Police Bureau headquarters by express post yesterday, but there was nothing to indicate the standard's name or jet the province it is unknown.
Goodness!
Right. Are we to understand then, also, that in full knowledge of the fact that this photograph has murkies of origins, you nevertheless believe it fit for submission as evidence in the Supreme Court? When you first produced that print before, I noticed that you hesitated for a bit more, because you knew it wasn't a completely reliable evidence, didn't you? I find you consider them a professor. But nonetheless, the alarming truth is that this print is so eloquently expressive. But the defense has already admitted to pulling the blade from the wound. Clearly, this isn't the moment that the knife was plunged into the victim's back part. The moment it was withdrawn. Don't waste the thoughts time of your ramp.
Indeed, without knowledge of the who produced this print, we have no means of verifying the claim. And the scene of this capture without doubt, the most compelling evidence presented in court. If the defense had not been shed any further light of the matter, I believe the conclusion is clear.
Oh no, Susato-san,
This is the time for you to fight. If what you established so far is true, then there can be no doubt.
wait. Earlier just now they showed a crack, right? Wasn't there a crack in this newspaper? Yeah, there's a crack here. Must be something to do in society with that. They reported earlier.
This photograph shows the moment that Rei withdrew the blade from the victim.
Yes, we just need to prove that somehow. You have plenty of time to review your deed on the slow train back to the province. And to the rude day you came up against Tatsuki LT in the cargo. If I can't determine who took this photograph, then the trial will going to come to the end. There must be a clue somewhere. There must be someone who took it.
Whoa! Also,
Excellency, the burning question is who took the photograph, and the truth is, I have the answer.
I know it.
This isn't about whether I can or can't come up with the answer or not. I simply have to. The identity of the person who took this dramatic photographic print is, I assert to you, something the defense can and will reveal. What? No, you can't pass away. But as you so boldly claim, you can please do enlighten us. Unfortunately, I'm unable to present a name. How underwhelming. Did you really believe you could? However, I'm able to present evidence. The defense had a piece of evidence that reveals important details about the photographer's identity. What?
Very well, Consul. Present the proof to the court. Which bit of evidence do you have reveal something about the identity of the mysterious photographer? Yeah, it's this one.
Take that!
What is this? A newspaper again? Riches? Couches? England returning tell all. It's not the headline that's relevant here, Your Excellency. It's the photograph. If you look closely, you'll notice there is some sort of white lines on the right side. Oh, yes, they have already caught my eye, yeah, as it happened. Ha! What of it? A shadow of some kind of presumably from the branches of the tree of the light? There are no trees growing inside my reality at the university. I can show you, thank you very much. Now, if you look closely at this photograph, good gracious! Yes, exactly the same pattern of lines is present on this photograph.
Objection!
Well, shit, that tells us nothing. Ah, yes, it's a shadow of some kind, definitely from the branch of the tree. There wouldn't be any trees growing inside the hut at the Peace Council. What's quite remarkable about it is that the two patterns are absolutely identical. How could such an extraordinary similarity have transpired? The curious magic pattern that appeared on both photographs is a result of, I say, camera defect. Obviously, it must be due to a problem with the camera used to take the photographs. What? With the photographic defect? Yes, we can confidently say that the camera lens must be scarred. And it appears the scarred lens causes unwanted lights to appear on every pin taken with the device. In short, the two photographs under consideration here were taken with the same camera. But there must be hundreds of such camera devices here with the capital. It would be impossible to identify the owner of this particular.
Objection!
I think you're forgetting, Prosecutor Archie, that one of the photographs featured in the newspaper article. A newspaper. Ah! That's right. The author of the article is the mystery witness to this crime. What? What? Mini Miro. What? I see what you call a luscious English return. What are you yelling? You already testified. Fuck, get lost. It's many memo. I tell you, it's many memo. Memo. So citizen? What was that? She say many memo? Oh, no, I mean mini memo. Ever since I returned to Japan, a reporter from the Shoyu news had been hounding me, following my every move. A reporter by the name of Raiten. Gosh, RM. Okay, thank you very much. Raiten many memo. Yes, hounding for me from dusk to dawn. Ah, now he mentions it. They secretly spies, snapshots, keepers notes, and scribbling my privacy. Marilyn, who's this guy behind? Okay, get him out of here. Did this see me for the view? A camera to the left of him, a notebook to the right. There I am, stuck in the middle with writing many more. So you say this picture was taken by many Nemo? Yes, my lord, your excellency, Esquire. Officer, find this newspaper reporter at once and bring him to my courtroom. We will adjourn for a short visit in the meantime. Oh, yes, your excellency. Excellency. And for one more thing, I want this knife, the murder weapon, examined for traces of poison. You will solicit the assistance of the Imperial University's medical department for the task. Understood? Ow! My name is... Ow! I mean, yes. Oh, my head.
Oh well, okay. That's the end of this part. Alright, that was a good first case. But I'm going to say I'm going to cut it short here for today. Cause it's a bit raining here right now, so I'm worried going to be a ton of storm. So without further ado, this is Ant. Signing off. Caught in recess.